Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have another interesting video. This time working in a 2005 Chevy Silverado ECM. This is from Dave in California. This is your computer, Dave. I also want to to show some of the changes that I have done on the lab. Hopefully, it's definitely looking different. I have cleared up a lot of the wires and everything that I was having on this side. I moved the full probe. Um, SEA Electronica, which is a company that sells this simulator, it finally gave me the chance to change somehow the cam and crank correlations, at least for basic signals. Only one cam and one crank, or well, crank is always going to be one, but only one cam sensor. I'm looking for more. This is a very expensive tool. Get it here. This tool's around $10,000 or even more. I don't know what is now. So if you're going to buy a tool like that, you expect to have a full control, all the signals, and you can write and off know because I kept contacting them and they're saying like, oh, we can do the waveform, the cam and crank correlation for you. I'm like, yeah, you're in I'm sorry, in Argentina. By the time it's back and forth, it's going to be a week. I cannot do that. But at least on basic waveforms, is working. I don't need sometimes to run the whole thing, so that is fine. All right, so going back into the computer that we have here. All right, so his concern is no injectors. He said that he already got the FICM repaired by somebody else. I said, I'm like, okay, good luck with that because you guys have seen, and for those that have not seen, I have a playlist created because these companies around that are just scamming you, telling you that they're repairing your FICM. I mean, all they do is just destroy your FICM. We have Andy from Florida, and his FICM was never not repairable. All right, but going back into Dave. So he sent me his computer because he said that he has no injector activation coming from the computer. He's like, Mike, can you please check it out because the other company said that they cannot do that. I'm like, of course I can, not a problem. All right, so I have created the harness for connecting this computer onto the full probe. I got the full probe ready to go. Everything is connected and even the scanner is on. I created a harness to go behind, and now I can connect my MDCI or any scanner that I'm using. I don't have to have everything here as I used to have. I created a wire. It goes in here. Hopefully you guys can see in there. And I bolted that right in here. So all is good to go. Let me also show you, well, this is this waveform that I did for the cam and crank correlation. And look, as you can see, it is a little intricate. It's a 57X on the crank, and it has a three distinct tooth on the cam. I was able to play around and make it happen. All right, so I have already selected that. I have the full probe on the back, so I can now put terminal 30, right? That's battery, and then terminal 15. As soon as I do this, it does kind of like a check. Make sure, because I didn't see. Let me just do this again. Yep. All right, so all that is in there. Let me do the connection to the scanner. This is it's a class 2 communication. I don't have the B number written, so David, just look at it in the screen. You will see that when it pops out that it is your computer. Come on. Am I gonna have to turn this off because I talk too much and I'm not sure if I powered this completely correct. Yeah, yeah, I don't think it's powered up completely. So give me just 1 second, guys, because for talking, I have to, let me get out of here because I was trying to save a step. Let me power this off. Yeah, lost communication with the full probe. All right, so let's And this one I'm going to select in here, Duramax. Again, the waveform that I selected. I have to click on, it's kind of like a slow, something is telling me it's the scanner. I mean, not the scanner, the full probe. Let me restart the whole app. Because when this does that, there's nothing wrong with the computer communication. It's the actual communication on the full probe. I just need to reboot it. Let me try and, testing out. As you see, I put some LEDs in here. That is to show you the signals on the injectors. All right, let me open the full probe again. This does a check all the time, and this is what happens. If it loses the communication or I turn the computer off, the full probe will not connect automatically, and I have to restart it, which is, I mean, super quick as you see. All right, select that signal. You see right now when I'm doing the check marks in here, super fast. So that I know that that is indeed, that was indeed the issue. All right, so terminal 30, terminal 15, because when it happens something like that, it will not send the signal to activate the communication. It will show like 6 and 14 in here, but definitely not in 6 and 14. Let's see, because I don't see communication being established. Yep, now it is. Hopefully you saw that in there. Yep, I can hear the now scanner communication. Okay, David. Oh, Dave, this is your computer now connected. Last digit of the VIN F904563. All right, let's do a quick access. In the meantime, and that I'm selecting, I'm going to show you what it takes on time to create those wiring harness because this company doesn't sell harness for any of the vehicles in the United States, so I have to create all that. So I have the ECM connectors and pins, and then the full probe connector and pins because the full probe has multiple connectors as well. And then I save, some of the images just for my memory or when I want to revisit in case I'm doing another harness. All right, yeah, automatic transfer, base radio, manual AC. And again, all I'm really looking for to check in here is the activations for the injectors on low RPMs. There's a few of my followers that has asked me, it's like, how can you reproduce the cam and crank sorry, not the cam and crank signals. How can you run the injectors without the immobilizer? Well, in these vehicles, long as you run, like I said, I have everything on the playlist. If you go and visit Michael, I think it's the last FICM that I did a repair as well. I was able to run those, and those signals for Michael were very intermittent. So we're going to go into read data stream just to put something in here. But yeah, we have good communication. I select engine data 1, actual real pressure, APPs, battery, camshaft position sensor, no cam. Let me just see what we have. We got crankshaft position present. And it's definitely not, it's probably going to give me some errors on the cam and crank because sometimes it might miss a tooth because of the software from this company because I cannot go into a middle of a tooth. I can only be on the raising edge or the following edge, and this specific this computer or this cam and crank correlation is in the middle of a tooth, which is okay for what I need. I can run it. All right, so we got fiber reference, and we can see that in here too. I have 3 of the fiber reference connected in here, and they're working good. I can change. I want to show you, like the field rail pressure right now is in 14,000. I can actual field rail pressure. Yeah, you see that? I want you to see 19,000. So I can definitely go down. You see right now it's 800. So it's definitely reading good. All right, so that is good. The accelerator pedal as well. I can change the accelerator pedal position. You see it was in 1.86 and now 1 and 267 the other one. If I change in here, both are going to change. Just give it 1 second to um, read. Come on, don't make me a liar. I'm changing. Come on, I'm sorry, guys. I'm changing the fuel rail pressure. See, I'm trying to do too many things at the same time. Let me look for the accelerator pedal position. Thought I saw it before. Yeah, right here. You see, like, look at now all the voltages right there. They're now in zeros. I can go up, and they went up. All right, so this is definitely reading. All right, so we got the ignition on. I have also the oscilloscope set up in here. And the reason I did that is because I want you to see, give me just 1 second, so I put this in here. I'm going to turn this light out. You're going to see those LEDs. All of those LEDs are connected to the injector signals or injector control the computer will send to the FICM. And I'm going to show you the diagram in a little bit. So if all that is normal, it will all light up, and we will see also the signal on the oscilloscope. I'm going to put less than 600 RPMs. All right, so as you see right there, we have all those LEDs all lighting up, and we have the signal in here. This signal is very, very specific. I'm going to change the time so we can see it's a 2 pulse signal, and it has to be like that in every single one of the injectors. We can change, sorry, not change. We can put, cursors in here. Obviously, it's a 0 to 2.5 volts. That's what I'm seeing in here. Yeah, I don't have any attenuators or nothing in place. So it's a 0 to 2.5 volts signal, but it's a short pulse followed by a longer pulse, and it repeats, which also we can change the timing in here. And it repeats, and then I can put, just nothing super accurate, but we can see the actual time between pulses is 261 milliseconds. And that is also very repetitive. Obviously, that is going to change depends on the RPMs. So this is with 550 RPM. That's the difference in between the pulses. So I'm going to change that. Let me see if I can go up a little more, like maybe 700. Because if I go too high up, I know I'm going to lose that signal. Well, still all the signals are there. And you see now the amplitude change, or the distance in between the signals change. And now we can see 3 in here. And obviously that's going to change based on RPM. So for 750 RPMs, we have now 190.8 milliseconds. But the pulse itself, which is the most important part, let me go back. The pulse doesn't change. We have the very small and the following wider pulse. So those has to be always in there. And we can see that all the injectors are firing, which in Michael from North Carolina, we were having intermittent signals. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. So Michael, if you were watching, and I'm probably going to send him, Michael and Wayne, this video so they can see this as well, where now we can see not only all the signals, we can also see the pulses being a small and a wider. All right, so going into connections, let me just get the injector diagram right here. This is injector wire diagram. So what I am connected to is, this is the FICM right here, and this is the engine computer. So I have, we also have this is an engine speed for the FICM. So the FICM will know when the engine is cranking below 715 RPM or 750 RPMs, the FICM is in complete control of the injection. But higher RPMs, or what the computer considers no longer cranking, then the computer is in control of injection with these signals that we are seeing here being sent. And they're not, it's not that they're not being sent on lower RPMs, just the FICM don't care about them. But after, I think it's 650 or 600 RPMs, the FICM no longer is in control. The computer commands the injection. And those are the signals that we're seeing in here. So yes, those all these signals, field injector 1, 4, 6, 7, 2, 3, 5, and 8 are here. And those are, again, I got 8 LEDs. I got 2 green ones, 2 red ones, 2 blue ones, 1 yellow, and 1 white. So all those signals are being sent to the fuel injector, the FICM, the fuel injector control module, and the FICM then will uh, activate the injector based on those signals. But yeah, everything is good. Dave, this computer, I don't see absolutely nothing wrong, not with injector activations. If you want, you can send me your FICM and I will definitely most likely check both. I have a harness coming because I want to create a harness so I can connect everything. I have the injectors also that I can um, activate with the original injectors to perform the full test. All right, guys. Thank you so much for visiting the channel. I hope you like my content and you see how much I want to share as far as the testings that you can do, all that 2.5 volt signal showing the oscilloscope, the connections are, I mean, this is the same thing you can do in the truck. As far as here, this you can do is nothing that can hurt you. You can use an oscilloscope. One part of the oscilloscope is connected to ground, and then you can back probe each of those signals and then see the result in the oscilloscope. You can also use a 5 volt LED. I mean, you can use a test light with an LED and then you see the activations. If you don't have an oscilloscope, that's the reason I created those LEDs for people that don't have an oscilloscope. Yes, you can see the activation. You will not see if the activation is being performed correctly because obviously you cannot see the short pulse and the long pulse, but at least you will see activations, right? So as long as something is in there, the injector should do something on the FICM. All right, guys, thank you so much for visiting the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye-bye.